you want me to take you to Bali?
We are going to Bali, aren't we?
Or are you coming now?
Yeah, I'm definitely going. Oh, I'm definitely going.
Sweet.
5 days.
I'll have a bender with my mum and dad.
Yeah.
Maybe you could fuck my dad. Where else is weird that we've worked?
Yeah, my brain's like gone blank. I feel like there's just so many. Every time you go, you're just like surprised.
Yeah.
Always surprised. I see the most beautiful houses.
Yeah.
I see some incredible houses. I remember during or just after COVID, I went and did a huge party, and it was this house that was just covered in like LEDs. There was like a Lamborghini in the driveway, and they'd all got rich off crypto. And I had like walked into this house like, what the fuck? It was like a proper lad cave, and they just like just got all this new money. Like,
didn't know a house in Eagle Bay with a bowling alley in it. Yeah,
wow,
so fun.
That's insane.
Yeah, some of the places are insane, and then sometimes we work in crackheads.
Literally, you walk in, you're like, you have one plate and one knife and fork.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to touch anything. I'd rather piss in the yard.
Anything.
Yeah.
So not often you walk into a hellhole, but I have done
Sometimes
it as well.
you do, yeah.
I have done it.
Definitely more better places than...
It really shakes you to your core. I remember like wanting to put like my top down before sitting down because I was like, where the fuck do I sit?
Yeah. I've had to like, put something down because you don't... Yeah, we're just sitting there with our bare vaginas out.
Oh.
I'm sure there's more places. Maybe we can make a list and like keep it.
Yeah. We should. Weirdest request a client at Skimpy has requested, whether you did it or not. Weirdest request. We don't really get that many.
You should really word your questions better too. I can't even decipher that question.
Weird requests though, as a Skimpy, I don't get that many.
No.
I feel like most guys get the game. Like,
yeah. I feel like everyone kind of knows us. Everyone knows what we do. Everyone like almost knows our boundaries before we even, because they've known us for so long. They don't really cross the line.
We do get asked to go shopping.
Oh, didn't someone ask you to shit on them?
That was on OnlyFans though.
No, at a party, you were going to do it because they asked me first. They said how much to shit on them. It was in Crata.
Yeah,
and I said 10 grand, and they were like, "Fuck that," and you were like, "I'll do it for 3."
Yeah. I feel like though
I feel like it wasn't like a weird request. Yeah, like it was just fun,
more like can
you shit on my
Can you shit on someone? Yeah. Didn't do it though, did I? Unfortunately.
No. But they didn't put 3 grand cold hard cash in front of you either. If they put the 10 in front of me,
it's really hard to shit on demand though. We've already had this discussion. It's actually really hard.
I'd give it a red hot crack for 10 grand.
Yeah. I think I would end up just weeing myself, but I would definitely try as well.
We can definitely try.
Weirdest request from an OnlyFans sub. Oh, yeah, I got asked to shit on asked to shit on the supermarket floor.
You did.
To go into the Coles, sit on the floor, shit, and walk out. I said no.
Not a fucking chance.
No way.
No.
That is so disrespectful to so many people.
Yeah, the people have to clean it up.
Yeah.
Mainly.
I actually spoke about this with someone. They went, I used to work in Coles, and you would actually not be like so shocked to know that's not that uncommon.
Yeah.
He was like, it's happened. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad for supermarket workers. That's not fair.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way.
I used to work in like a fast food restaurant, and you go in and there is shit like on the walls, like everywhere, like fucking tampons and shit everywhere. And it's just like, why? Like, why? Why?
Doesn't matter. There was no money in the world that could have got me to be convinced to do that
No
one.
way.
No way.
But yeah, I wouldn't say I get too many weird requests either.
No.
I also don't like to think that that is fucked.
Yeah,
shitting on the
that's
floor
pretty
and
fucked.
it's disrespectful. But I wouldn't like to think that anybody's personal fantasy is weird.
Yeah,
like if that's as long as nobody's getting hurt and it's like,
yeah, we don't kink shame. We don't kink shame
at all. I think
you be into whatever you want to.
I don't think it's weird.
No,
if that's what they like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like a lot of things.
I don't like a lot of things. I am so vanilla.
Weird regulars. I haven't even.
Again, I don't think anybody's weird. Like people think we're weird. And we are.
We are weird.
We are so weird.
Like, and weird tracks are weird, but we're not like, they're not weird.
All our friends are a little bit weird.
Yeah.
In their own
we're
way.
all kooky.
Yeah.
No, I have really good regulars.
People just look at us and they're like, yous are fucked.
Literally.
Like some people, like they can't even handle it. They're like spinning out like, what are you saying? Like, and we're okay with
our
it.
vibe attracts our tribe, and
so
we have the best
we like
regulars.
weird.
And we have the best regulars. They're all fantastic.
We love when we go to jobs and they're doing weird shit.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
I think I went to a job last year and this guy was just so fucked. I loved him. He was great. He was standing on where they'd axe down trees and like the bottom of the tree trunk. And he was like hammering nails in between his toes and like
hectic.
Yeah, like not something I would do, but I'm like, I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
I was at another job one time, and the guys were like prodding each other in the balls with a cattle prod. They were just doing weird shit, and I was like, get it, guys. Like,
it's not uncommon to get to a job, especially in the winter, and they're just running around the fire naked, and you're like, you do you. If that's like, I'm naked, why? Yeah, you do whatever you want to do.
I don't mind if everyone's naked, and like it's funny.
Yeah,
like when I was in that country pub one time, and they all took off their clothes and danced around naked to Taylor Swift for me.
Oh, that was cute.
That's wholesome.
That is wholesome. Yeah, that's what I need right now. A bunch of men singing Taylor Swift to me.
Maybe I could organize it. Anybody who's willing to get naked and dance to Taylor Swift, please, or Rosie,
please
get in my DMs, and I'll get you that.
Thanks. I've always wanted to know, do you have to deal with any psycho girlfriends of the guys that hire you? I have had a fair few phone calls because people have found my business card in their husband's wallets. They've called me up kind of yelling, and I've gone, hey, I'm a skimpy. And then they've shut up straight away. They've looked at my card and immediately assumed the worst. And the second you go, hey, I'm just a skimpy, they're like, oh, what's your card in my husband's wallet? I'm like, he must have been to the pub, or someone must have been to the pub and given it to him. And they're like, oh. And it's like, okay, well, thanks for blowing up my phone today. But generally, I feel like most of the time.
I've had a few. I've done a country job one time and my car cooked itself. And this guy was like, I'm a mechanic. So he like fixed my car up the way he could. He was like, obviously when you get back to Perth, like fix it up more, help me. And then he messaged when I got home to see if I got home okay. And I messaged back being like, thanks. I don't know what I said, but she must have picked it up weird. And she called me. I answered, I didn't know it was her. And she's like, I didn't even remember his name. She's like, I'm such and such's wife. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I did do like this party at the weekend. Like, I think he helped me with my car. And instead of being like, oh, no worries, my husband is a great guy, she laced into me, got like really insecure. She was like, you need to go on his Facebook. This is his second name. Look him up. I was like, I don't want to look him up. He was nice. He helped me.
Yeah, we barely had 2 conversations.
She was like, we have a child. Like, look in my child's eyes. I was like, bitch, I am not fucking your husband.
Yeah.
Like, it was wild. And that was a case where like, I was just like, this bitch is cooked. Like, and he was lovely.
I've also got a case where, do you remember when I took a photo of my tits on someone's phone?
Yes.
So he went to pay, like, to double tap, and I'd speak to him a few times. I thought it was funny. I took a video of my tits in the bikini top bouncing. Turns out the phone was connected to the kid's iPad, like iCloud, and it was completely harmless. Like, I hadn't actually done anything with this man. Like, I barely knew him, and he come to the pub, I served him. And I got him in so much trouble because she just thought it was so much worse than it was.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad. She went like through his phone and everything. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, we're really careful now. Now when I pick up someone's phone, if I'm taking their order and I'm taking it to the bar and I think I'm going to like take a picture or a video of my ass or something, I always ask, do you have a wife or a girlfriend or anyone you're going to get in trouble with if I take your phone to the bar and take pictures?
Yeah.
And sometimes they're like, yes, I do. We don't do it.
And then most of the time they're like, my wife will love it more than me.
Yeah, they actually do.
They're like, my wife will literally love this more than me. And we're like, we love that. We love that.
Yeah. I had another one. I remember I was studying at the time because I was in class. My phone kept ringing. I went outside, I answered it. And the first time I answered, nobody spoke to me. So I hung up. Rings back and they're like, I'm looking for Dave. And I was like, no Dave here. She was like, well, I need to speak to Dave. And I was like, this is my phone, my number, and I'm not Dave.
Ain't no Dave.
She was like, well, why is your name saved in my husband's favorites as Dave? Ooh. And I was like, well, maybe you need to ask your husband.
Yeah.
And she like just went like crazy. And I was like, look, it's probably not as bad as you see him. I was like, I'm just a skimpy. Oh, because she said, why did he message you saying, I like your fish? And I was like, I'm a skimpy. I've got a tattoo of a fish on my ass. Maybe he was at the pub, but I can't answer as to why he has me in his phone as Dave. Yeah. That's between you guys. Like,
it just seems so much worse than it is, and it just doesn't need to be that way. Like, with juicy gossip on the Barmaid scene.
Just, I was speaking to someone about this yesterday. There's not as much drama and gossip as there used to be.
There used to be
heaps.
I reckon there is more.
Maybe we're just not involved in it anymore. Is it because we're old and wise and mature?
I would love to know though. I'm trying to think of what I've been heard recently.
I think when you grow up, you stop. Well, we still gossip like between ourselves and like, but we don't really gossip outside us. We definitely do, and I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but
I'm trying to
like
think.
not often enough that I can even think of anything now. Oh, you can be.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
We should just make something up.
You should.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Same. Yeah, I don't think there's any really.
No,
juicy
but I was saying we
gossip.
should just make up something that someone's arguing with someone. Someone got bashed on the weekend.
No juicy gossip.
I know.
And if there was, we genuinely wouldn't share it.
I don't know. We have no filter. I feel like they know everything.
I wouldn't share someone else's.
Oh, someone else's
If there was
gossip.
like gossip between like two skimpies, like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I share my gossip?
What is it?
Just my terrible life.
Right now,
Too soon?
I mean, I think if you share it, it will help your situation going forward because
I got cheated on by the guy I'm seeing.
that's what I mean. If you share that, you ain't going back.
Yeah. Got cheated on, guys.
Someone cheated on Rosie.
I know.
When my sister watched that video yesterday and you were sucking that dick, my sister was like, and he cheated on that.
Literally. Yeah, lesson learned, guys. Single Pringle forever. Don't give any man a chance anytime soon.
Now we get to share men.
We do get to share men
That's
now.
good.
Yeah.
And I am further along my breakup than you.
Yeah.
And I am thriving.
Thriving.
Thriving. But everything's just better.
No,
so
I agree.
you'll-
I agree.
Yeah.
We did recently win a trip to the Maldives as well.
We did.
So I feel like life is already on its way up.
Yeah.
Neither of us actually can swim well, and neither of us are very good with big fish, but I feel like we're going to be fantastic.
But we're going to have the best time.
Because they just want party girls. We can party, and
We're going with like 8 girls.
I'll take one for the team and go snorkeling once and just come out with my giant breasts and be like, well, that was so great. I love fish.
But we have
Someone
to get a
show
real
me
tan.
the tequila. We'll get a real tan. We'll drink lots of tequila.
And we'll live our best lives.
We'll live
on
our
a-
best
on a
lives.
super yacht.
I'm bringing the cowboy
in the
hat.
Maldives.
And I'm just going to be
Yes.
margaritas, baby.
Yeah, everything's going to get better.
It is going to get better.
It's already better.
It is already better.
I've got my house, got holidays booked. My parents are coming.
Yeah.
Everything is great. And soon. And I just have.
I just need a bender in Bali or a bender in the bush.
Do you want me to take you to Bali?
We are going to Bali, aren't we?
Or are you coming now?
Yeah, I'm definitely going. Oh, I'm definitely going.
Sweet.
5 days.
I'll have a bender with my mum and dad.
Yeah.
Maybe you could fuck my dad.